This is one PSP game I've wanted to talk about for years now. Gem Saga is one of my favorite games on the platform, and far too few people have ever experienced it. It's a traditional Japanese RPG, and well, believe it or not, but it's actually the sequel to Astonishia Story, which was also released on the PSP, but unfortunately had a horrible translation that was chock full of grammatical errors. And Ubisoft should have done a better job, especially considering this game was released in 2006. Gem Saga was originally developed as Astonishia Story 2, but because it shares absolutely nothing in common with the first game, outside some backstory elements, the name of the game was changed worldwide. Gem Saga was released in 2009 and was localized by Atlas, who did an absolutely superb job. The voice acting is top-notch and the soundtrack is excellent. The graphics, as you can see for yourself, look great. This was the real deal, and it's a tragedy that so few people ever played it. Players take on the role of Killian, a recent graduate from the Green Hill Academy. He always seems to be coming up short in life though, as he graduates second best in class. Unbeknownst to him, but his world is about to get shaken up as he's pulled into a grand journey to seek out a powerful ancient artifact. The characters he meets along the way can be a bit cliched, but they add a wonderful layer to the story. The game frequently breaks through the fourth wall, and the majority of the dialogue is extremely well written. You know what I love the most about Gem Saga? It's its simplicity. The game harkens back to the 16-bit era of RPGs, where games featured simple battle systems, great stories, and were above all else, fun to play. All that rings true for Gem Saga. The lush visual design and environments may be linear, but they always reward mild exploration with a well-hidden treasure chest containing a useful item. Case in point, if you look very carefully at the start of the game, you can find a hidden NPC who rewards players with 10,000 Gelder, which is the in-game currency. Let me tell you, that's a fantastic bonus to have right at the beginning of the game. Throughout your adventure, you'll receive quests and side quests from a wide array of NPCs. Keeping track of these is made simple thanks to an intuitive menu system where you always know where to go next. It's also very easy to keep track of your current objectives by making use of the various maps available by pressing the R button. Speaking of menu systems, you can also equip new gear, change your team's formation, or better yet, learn new skills, all through the simple menu system. Learning new skills is done by allocating a number of SP or skill points. What I really like about this system is that the only way to learn a new skill is to unlock it first. That might seem like an excuse to spend saved up SP, but if you unlock a skill before you learn it, you can then go ahead and skip that skill if it's one that you're not interested in, and go ahead and unlock and learn the next skill above it. It's a really unique system that allows a great amount of freedom in helping you shape the party as you see fit, not as the game dictates to you. The last system to discuss is that of the combat system. Actually getting into combat is interesting in and of itself. On the playfield, generic monsters walk around, and if you happen to touch the enemy without it seeing you, you're awarded a first strike attack. If it sees you with an exclamation mark, the battle will take place as per usual, and if the enemy comes running at you without an exclamation mark, the enemy will have the first strike. It's a fun way to engage combat and always makes you think twice before rushing into battles. Once you get sucked into battle, which takes but a moment, you will find yourself dealing with traditional JRPG turn-based command menus. The system is incredibly easy to get into, allowing for simple attacks, special or magical attacks, defense, and more. You can even learn combination skills that work something like the Chrono Trigger combo system, and allows for more than one character to beat up on baddies at a single time. There's also a wide array of items that can add elemental elements to your weapons, medals that can boost your magical spells, and much, much more. When you have all 4 party members linking attacks and bringing on the pain, this game is at its absolute best and reminded me so much of the hours of fun times I used to have with Super Nintendo RPGs of yesteryear. The fact the game looks so sharp is a compliment to 2D games everywhere. I absolutely love this game, and its presentation is a large reason why. When developers made games specifically for the PlayStation Portable, you could see what the system was capable of. The look and sound of Crimson Gem Saga is superb, and any 2D fan would do well in picking this game up. The game can be had for $35 Canadian on videogamesplus.ca as of the time of this review being uploaded, and on eBay for around $45 Canadian for a brand new copy. The game is also available on the PlayStation Store for $14.99 and is compatible with the PlayStation Vita. It is 100% worth the money and well worth picking up on either the PlayStation Portable or the Vita. If you're curious to see one of my favorite games on the system, look no further.
You ingrate! You'd be a meal right now if we hadn't saved you.